Everybody out there listening, the Ill Sound Radio back in the building, and we got, I was gonna say checking in with our guest, Trey Billz. How you feeling, man?
I'm cool, man. Appreciate y'all for having me today.
For sure. Thank you for taking the time to come out, man.
For sure, man.
All right, bro. At what age did you start making music, bro?
At what age did I like just try some shit?
Nah, what age
did I
better
start?
question. At what age did you fall in love with music? Because I remember when I fell in love with it, it was Mace Harlem World. You feel me? That was the first rap song that I was like, damn, this shit cold. You know what I'm saying? So at what point did you fall in love with music?
I really probably like fell in love with it like around the Thug Motivation 101 era, like 05. Yeah, okay. So I was probably like, I was still a shorty though. I was like probably going into high school. I loved it, but I didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really had no guidance. I ain't had nobody show me nothing. So I was just trying shit at that point.
Thug Motivation 101, man. That was like 05.
05.
You feel me? That's when everybody was bumping Jeezy. No matter where the fuck you went, no matter what state you was in, everybody was bumping Jeezy. What was so important about that album, or what did you connect with that album most?
It was for me. It was like a breath of fresh air because I had never really listened to. I had never heard Southern trap. You know what I'm saying? Around that era, we ain't hear that. We ain't hear. Sure. In the A, it was like dance music and like we had some gangster shit here and there, some gangster stuff here and there, you know, but. We ain't had that sound. That sound was more like it was fresh. The production was fresh. The beats was really like crazy. The beats was catching me like, man, what? I ain't never heard no 808 like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they going up and down with the pitch and all that. It was crazy.
So, at what point did you say, man, I want to do this shit?
A little bit after I started like rapping. Like we used to, the lunchroom rappers. I was one of them at a point. And then I went to the studio. I think the first time my junior year, it was a dude who used to come up to the high school looking for rappers and stuff. So I tapped in with him. I did like 2 songs. I was like 16, but I just wrote some stuff. And then the dude was like, "Hey, where you get these beats from?" I was like, "I think SoundClick at the time. Like I just found them." He like, "You should probably start making beats because he made beats. He did everything else. But." I ain't like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know like make beats. How I supposed to make beats, bro? Like what you mean? I'm writing raps on a notepad.
For real.
So I didn't even get into I ain't get into producing until I was like 19.
For sure. How was that transitioning from like you say notepad to actually making beats? Because I'm pretty sure your whole understanding music flipped right there.
Yeah, it did actually. It went from like basically being like a rapper and trying to be the best rapper to I took like a back seat, and that's probably why a lot of people who really know me kind of like, man, what took you so long to be an artist? But like I started off with a little bit doing my artistry, but my production actually kind of overshadowed my artistry at a point, so I was just focused on being a producer. Like, yeah. But the transition was very different from like people thinking I'm quiet, because I gotta play the background, as a producer. Not to say it like that, but don't nobody really care about the producers. Shout out to all the producers,
even
man.
Though they the most important, component.
Yeah. Literally. That was the hardest part, though, is like getting overlooked, though. Like as an artist, you get the spotlight, kind of like everybody. Like when I was rapping, everybody like, man, Billz, come on, rap. I want to hear you rap. But when I was producing, it was more like, oh, you did that track? Like, oh, okay, that's sure. Cool. Like, you got some beats? Like, of course I got beats. Like,
for sure. What do you think? That you spoke on producers not getting pretty much recognition. What do you think is the one thing that helps a good producer stand out? Like if somebody just checking out a song, what's that one thing? Because it's many reasons, so it's really no wrong answer. But what's that one thing for you that stand out?
For a producer to stand out, just the chemistry with the artist, like, and because. Not to say it like that, I done heard beats from producers. Well, you could tell, like, as a producer, like, you ain't do that much work.
Right.
But it wasn't about that. It was about you knowing that the artist would sound good on this. So it's a good chemistry. That's what always stand out to me. Like, all right, that's a great beat for that artist.
For sure.
Nah, you said, bro, how do I make a beat? So for you to be, I always like it fascinates me how a beat is made, you know, and it also fascinates me how somebody says they want to be a producer. It's like, bro, really, like who the fuck says they want to be a producer, you know, especially at a young age.
For real.
So how did you know, what was your process to figuring that shit out?
No cap, bro. I ain't gonna say I ain't coming from nothing, but my mama, we had a big house and all that. We stayed in the city, but we ain't have a lot of material things, you know what I'm saying? All the bread went to, you know, shelter and car. So from that, I came home from military school because I got kicked out of high school. So I asked my mama, like, the only gift I want, like, can you just buy me a laptop? Like, I don't want nothing. I don't want no shoes. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no car. You just buy me a laptop. Man, when I tell you, she gave me the smallest Acer,
like a Chromebook.
Not even, bro.
Damn, like a 7-incher.
Like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Man, I took that joint. I asked my homie how to, you know, what I'll start, because he made beats. Shout out to KO, my boy Nico. He was like the only person who would guide me, but he was super antisocial. Like, he's still antisocial. He don't like talking at all, so to get him to, you know, he wouldn't show me stuff. He'd tell me how to get it, but he wouldn't show me. He like, go ahead.
Figure that shit out.
So he'd put it, like, he put FL Studio on my computer. He showed me how to get it. And from there, I was just YouTube University, bro. Just forever.
And I'm surprised FL went on that motherfucker without breaking it.
It did break it a few times. Don't get
had to. So what was like your standout moment of being a producer?
I ain't gonna lie, I had a few moments in the producer world that was kind of like a little surreal sometimes. Like, for one, of course, I always got to bring up my boy New Era with the Loud song, because that was like the first viral song. Like, and I didn't realize that the song was viral. Like, it was viral on Vine. This was like so long. It was like 2013, 2014. And like, you know how back on like Vine and stuff, you could type in the song and like the videos will pop up. Bro, when I tell you, like the amount of videos on Vine to people dancing in the snow to the song, like there wasn't like, they didn't stop. Like, everybody on Vine had a video dancing in the snow, and it was like, that's my beat. Like, that's crazy. Like, so that was like my first like real surreal moment, like just seeing people embrace the track like that.
Was you shocked by that shit? Like, God damn.
Yeah, to keep it a buck.
Lit.
But I was super shocked. I didn't even want to send the beat to him. My homie actually told me to send the beat to him to keep it a buck. I was actually about to scrap the beat. I ain't like it. It was trash. Like, I'm like, man, whatever. Then he was like, nah, send that to New Era. I'm like, shout out to JR. JR, you the one who had me send that to him. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know what he heard, but he heard something and it worked. So that's really why I was surprised, because I was finna trash the beat. Like, they always say that'd be the one.
How often do you go through that where you be like, man, you done cooked up and you ain't fucking with it, but somebody else fuck with it?
Almost all my big placements in the city. Almost
crazy.
all of them. The only ones that I think I hit on point would be like the trap, when I was doing like, you know, the hard, the drill stuff. I think that'd be easy, because you know what sound they looking for. But some artists, it'd be like I produced for Valet on some random stuff. Like, he just heard the track and he was like, yeah, who beat is that? You know, come in the room. But it was more like, you want this beat? I'm playing like, like I made this for a singer, like an R&B singer. But like, you know, it just be, you never know what somebody gonna like.
Facts.
So now, when you working with artists and you got to make a beat from scratch, how do you tailor your style around them? Like, especially if it's an artist that you never worked with, do you go back and listen to their previous work, or do you catch their current vibe?
Both. I like to try to get an idea of what they want, because typically an artist, they get their inspiration from something or somewhere. So I want to hear what you heard first.
Right.
Like, let's start there. Like, if I done had so many people come in, and it'd be crazy, because it'd be songs I've never heard in my life. They be, man, you ain't heard this one such and such song? Like, no.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want that effect from it though. Like, okay. So they'll play it, but then like when I hear it, I catch it, then I hear their tracks. I could see the direction they're going in. So that's the whole process for me right there.
For sure. And what's one of your most memorable moments in the studio making a beat? Like, is like damn near striking gold for you?
Ooh, I feel like, I don't want it to sound like cliche, but I almost feel like that every time we start from scratch and then we finish. Like if we can get from nothing to an actual track, I just feel like that's gold every time, because that's what production is. It's about building. Like I done had people come in and hum a melody, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I want the beat to sound like this, and I'd be like, okay, like hold on, like give me a second, I got you, and then I actually created it, and they just be amazed, like, oh my god, how, you know? So
for real, one thing people really don't give producers credit for is the full ambiance. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just getting on the computer, looking at the screen, making a beat. You setting like the full tone for the session, for the album, for the single, whatever you putting out. You know what I'm saying?
So especially being like an engineer now too.
Oh yeah, for sure. You do engineering?
Yeah, I got my own studio.
It's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah, so being an artist, producer, and an engineer, it'd be tough, like trying to find a real balance. But I think I'm finally getting there where it's like,
for sure.
All right, I do it all. Like, what we doing today? Like, what hat I need to put on today?
An artist, an engineer, and a producer.
Man, just being a producer is a fucking superpower, bro.
Man,
like bro say, you setting a vibe. You feel me? You setting a vibe for some shit you ain't even gonna be at. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's crazy, man. But I got Private queued up, man. Explain that record to us.
Private was it's crazy. It ain't I ain't gonna say the record old, but it was one of the first records that I had recorded and played for my homies when I just had like focused back on being an artist. You know, when I had jumped out of my producer bag, because like the last year or two I just been solely focused on artistry. Like I'ma still produce, I'ma still be an engineer, but I want to get these creations out. So when I played this song, when I first came back, all my homies was like, hey, Billz, you might be tweaking, bro. You might get the best music in the group. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, it's like with this, you know what I'm saying? They like keep attacking that way. So it was just a special song to me, because all my friends like it. If my friends like it, then, you know what I'm saying?
Now you said like what, 2 years ago, you said you just got back on the mic rapping and everything?
Like taking it serious for real again, yeah. I had kind of stopped for like 5 years. Like I was kind of still rapping, but I ain't care. I was just rapping because I knew how to rap.
For sure. And what was that transition like, getting back on the mic and being back in the forefront for music?
It was difficult. It was more of a challenge, like mentally, because I'm 30 now. I'm 30 plus now. I'm 31. So, and that's only to say how long I've been doing it. So coming back in, I was like 29, 28, and it's like, damn, do I want to really be rapping in my 30s? And then I kind of looked around and seen that most of these niggas is rapping in their 30s. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would I? Why what make me different? Why I'm so special? Why I think I don't need to? You know? And that was kind of like the motivation to jump back. And like it's different too, because like now I don't write music. Like I ain't wrote a song in years.
For sure. I feel like, you know what's funny? Like I think back in the day we definitely had artists in their 30s, but like I feel like that wave with like Rick Ross, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick, that really made people more confident to rap in their 30s. Like even the greats before them, like Jay-Z, Nas, they was kind of like, a lot of them was like trickling in their later 30s, because it was like, we in business now. But like when Rick Ross and like Drake, they still coming with the hits in their 30s. I feel like that made people a lot more confident.
No, for real.
And
like,
what you
I was gonna say, like, just a lot of the newer rappers, a lot of them are a little older, and I ain't even realized that until like I had to go check. But.
Exactly. Then they'll still tell you rap is a young man's game, but in reality, man,
don't
the older you
want to hear that shit.
Exactly.
Moneybagg Yo 30, Lil Baby 30,
exactly. Dirk 30.
Dirk 30. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Drake and them 30 plus. Shorty who just came out, Lola Brooks, she 33.
For real.
You know?
Yeah, she is.
She 33. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People
shoot my shot at
Babyface Ray 31. You know, 32. Peasy like 33.
Yeah, you know, it take a minute, you know what I'm saying, to get where you going, you know. Like it's a lot of artists that pop off, and that's why there's no longevity in that shit because you popped off with one song at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Like, even speaking on all the names that y'all just named, like, it was a grind. Other than Lil Baby just really kind of popped up, but he took off with it though. But everybody else, bro, it's been a slow grind. You know what I'm saying? Sure. You might have that one song that take off, but shit, at some point you got to fall back to the shadows and get it back together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how that shit go.
And then you get more to rap about. The older and the more experience you get way more to rap about. You know what I'm saying? And you take it more serious, to me.
Definitely. I see the bag in it now.
For sure.
That's really a big reason why I stopped focusing on it, because I started making so much money from not rapping, you know what I'm saying, and producing and recording sessions, and we were selling our merchandise like city to city, and that's kind of when I took, like, that's when my 5 years, 6 years, that's what I was doing. I was selling my CDs and T-shirts state to state, and like, I couldn't believe how lucrative it was. So I was just like, what I'm rapping for? You know what I'm saying? I'm making $500-$600 a day off this. So.
When you are making, money, around the music, does it make it easier for you to say, okay, now I can focus on music because I know I ain't gotta, make money off this shit?
For me, yeah, personally. But I'm naturally a hustler though, so I'm biased with that. Like, if I ain't got no money, I don't even want to talk. Like, I don't want to eat. I don't want to be around nobody.
It's ugly right now.
Just leave me alone. Like, let me go on here and do what I'm finna do.
Real talk.
I'm like that naturally, especially not got a baby, bills, like real bill, every bill you could think of. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, when we was shorties, bro, they lied to us, bro. They had us want to grow up and shit, bro. They never told us the bills don't fucking stop,
bro. They don't care what you got going on.
Them bitches every month, bro.
They do not care. They don't care if your car broke down, your granny passed.
Nothing, nigga. You got that?
they be too bad, so sad. You gonna be in that 7, right?
Right. For sure. We'll see you at 7.
Speaking of bills, I seen you dropped a project, Bills Do.
I did.
Or something to talk about. Talk about that.
Bills Do was like my first project back. It was more so, like you said, like we talking about. I was rapping about just trying to hustle and keep getting my money, because like going into my late 20s, I was having like a weird, I ain't gonna call it weird, but a new experience financially, where I figured out I was good at getting money, but then I learned I was bad at keeping money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never realized that. So that's what Bills Do. The whole project is kind of about. Like, hey, keep hustling. You kind of can't stop getting money even when you got money, because you still got to spend money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that never stops. What they say, if you got $1 million, as soon as you eat, you're not a millionaire no more. Your first meal, you're no longer a millionaire.
So, and they say most millionaires live paycheck to paycheck too. Shit.
They have to, because the bills they acquiring is insane.
Real talk. And then we think when we get X amount of dollars, or like, I want to be a millionaire, billionaire dreams, we think we gonna stop working. Ain't nobody stopping work.
And that's what, not to say it like that, but I hate it for most of like the black community and like the youth, because we not taught that typically. Especially we usually taught to get a job and stuff like that. They don't teach us financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what to do with my first $20,000. You know, like the first time I had $20,000 cash, what's the first thing I did? Bought some weed, bought some clothes.
Turn up.
I'm ready to kick it. Now I'm ready to kick it. I feel like I could take off work. And I took off work for 2 months. I stopped doing what I was doing to pay my bills prior to that for 2-3 months. And in 3 months I was back. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? And that's...
For real, you gotta fuck it up a few times before you get that right though. It's all a learning experience.
For sure, that's why.
Shoot, like you say, bills do. You know what I'm saying?
They still do. Like, even they don't care what happened. Oh, you did that? Okay, the bills still do. You still gotta pay this comment on the 13th.
You can't work no more. Your legs broke.
All right, cool. Well,
something.
The 13th. Like, so that's all the
payment
project
plan.
About.
All right, you got your homie with you, man. Introduce us to him.
This man, this little more than a homie, like I said. This an artist of mine. This a cameraman. This my barber. This my little my bro. I don't know what to call it. I've been around. How long I've been around? When I met you, you was what?
It's been over
12.
10, it's over 10 years.
12, 13. I know you.
I was a young nigga.
You was a jit. You wasn't even supposed to be doing the stuff we was doing at that age. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dro, man. Glad Boss Dro with me.
Swiss Army knife, man. He say you do everything, bro. What don't you do?
Man, shit. You gotta do it all, just a pure hustler. You feel me? That's all I be on, like he said, trying to get the dollar, because you always gotta hustle. You always gotta keep making this money. It don't stop.
Facts.
Like at all. And you gotta keep spinning. That's why you gotta keep making it. For sure.
What got you into music?
Really, when I was younger, my brother, my oldest brother, he had I don't know what he did. I don't know if he hit a stain because he was young too. He was like in 8th grade. He had to hit a stain on like a CD player or something, but he had a CD player. He gave it to me, and he had like my pops used to have. Y'all remember them CD cases where that was leather, and then you gotta flip through
Oh,
it
yeah.
and look for the CDs. Yeah, so basically, it was a whole bunch of CDs, and then one was a Jay-Z CD. No, the Jay-Z CD was already in a CD player that he gave me.
Right.
And I want to say that was the Volume 3.
Oh yeah.
That was
Classic.
my favorite Jay-Z album. Like,
Dope
that
man, dope
shit,
man.
Yeah, with all of that. Like that shit had me. And then I'm 6 years old on the bus going to school, listening to it in the headphones. And then, he made me recite Pac Hail Mary. So I'm definitely a big Pac fan.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's what really made me start really diving into it. And me and my cousin Cushy, we had made a song when I was in like 3rd grade called Hot Spot. It's funny as hell though. I still kind of remember the hook a little bit, but
re-release that
it was
shit.
like, you feel me? I was like in 3rd grade. Then shit, he kept doing it. I stopped. I let it go for a while. I was playing baseball and all of that, like sports, all type of shit. So I let it go for a while, but he kept doing it. And he was recording on a little MP3 player in his basement in the crib. And I was hearing his songs. He recording to all the Lil Wayne tracks and when Wayne was hot.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, he wrote one of my songs one day for me. And when he wrote one of my songs one day for me, I had did it. And then after that, I just started trying to put my own shit together. Because I was already writing when I was in like 3rd grade with him trying to, and I think 50 Cent influenced that. That's why we called it Hot Spot, because, he had the up in the club, the in the club, what was that?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Go
You know what I'm saying?
on my song.
Yeah, so our shit was more so like up in the club, we in the hot spot, pulling up on dubs. You feel you? We was shorty.
Re-release that shit, man.
Hey, nah, that shit was funny as hell though. But that's really how I got into it and started. It was always around me.
Ill Sound Radio is a premier destination for cutting edge music and engaging conversation. We focus on showcasing local talent and emerging artists, entrepreneurs, and much more. So tune in every Sunday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. for a mix of electrifying music, thought-provoking interviews, and engaging commentary that will keep you entertained and informed. So get ready to experience the best of both worlds in music and talk with Ill Sound Radio, only on iLLANOiZE Radio.
What do y'all like to do to not necessarily escape, but to really, enjoy yourself sometimes? You know what I'm saying? Take a step back from music, hustle, and whatever y'all got going on. What y'all like to do?
Man, you want to go first, or you want me to?
Shit, I mean, to take a step back from like the music and shit and give myself a break, man. I need to be alone, or either if I'm not alone, I gotta, be with my family, my daughter.
For sure.
Feel me? That take my mind off of everything. Give me that little space.
For real.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, I definitely, kicking it with my baby. That's one. I ain't gonna lie. I play the game. I'll play the game, chill. But like, if I just really need to like get away, I'll take a drive. I ain't gonna lie. I got a thing with driving. I like sitting by the lake and stuff. I go something by myself. Like you said, I got to be by myself.
Definitely took me a drive last night, boy.
Feel me? Gotta
got to
take you a nice little, blunt cruise. Roll me a nice little wood or two. Might even pour a little cup. Take me a little
Allegedly pour you a cup.
Hey, that's the only way I feel like you really can. Like,
I ain't say what's in my. What they say? Well, don't worry about what's in my cup, man. What's in my cup is what's in my cup. It might be water in my cup. They don't know. Like, a cup of water. I'm pour a cup of water, y'all. Don't drink and drive.
Well, what could we look forward to? In the near future.
Right now, I'm focused on establishing my brand as a creative. I don't want to put myself in no artist or producer. I do it all at this point. So I'm a creative. I'm an entrepreneur. I want to focus on like passing knowledge and opportunities to other people, like something I didn't have. Like I want to be able to show people like, yeah, you want to be an artist, but are you willing to do this? Like so showing what it takes to actually be an artist, to be a producer. I got another project I'm working on. I ain't gonna tell y'all the name of it, but just know it's almost done. It's harder than Billz do. It's definitely harder. I like that, and I'm trying to like establish a sound with all my artists, like everybody I work with, and I need the world to know like, hey, they sound good together. You know what I'm saying? Just so establish as many artists as I can with me, like close though. I don't want to like branch out. You know, it's cool to get placements and stuff, but I want to build with my own artists, like with my people.
Is it a label that y'all under? Anything, or is just y'all just a collective?
I mean, we know everybody got, it's a lot of different crews and cliques and all that, but man, if you see me, it's a lot of us and we all working. So tap in, you will see. They'll find out.
For sure.
All right, this question for both of y'all. If y'all can go back and give y'all younger selves any advice, what would it be?
Go ahead, you could.
All right, man, I give myself so much advice because I was definitely a screw up growing up. So I say, first of all, the one thing, the first piece of advice I had to give myself is stay in school. And as corny as that sound, they don't tell us about the opportunities and the networking opportunities and things that can be created from staying in school, or at least around something that you love, whether it's school or a trade or anything of that nature. But stay around that. It ain't cool to like drop out and not go to school and not be on your grades, because that was probably one of the dumbest decisions I've probably made in my life, especially being smart. I never had issues with the books, but like stay in school, stay on your hustle, and save your money.
With me is like basically like what he said earlier. He said he was one of the lunchroom kids, you feel me, that rapped in the lunchroom. I should have did that more. I ain't really rapping in the lunchroom like that. I was more like keeping it to myself. You feel me? So instead of me keeping it to myself and waiting till I was a little older to have the confidence and stuff like that, I should have been doing it because I was already better than what I thought I was. I was like a little ahead of my time. But I ain't feel that way. I ain't know that. But everybody else was, and like really like, trying to get to the paper earlier and not trying to satisfy other people like, parents and shit like that. Cause I was trying to satisfy my parents. Like I said, I was doing the sports and playing baseball. I really should be in the league, low key.
Hey,
but you know what I'm saying? And he know that. He know how it was, how I get. You know what I'm saying, in baseball. And that's really it. Just staying on on what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I thought I wanted to play baseball, but then, once that went wrong, but I always wanted to rap. And it was like you can't dibble and dab until you gotta pick one. That's how I feel. Like you gotta pick one and just stay on it.
Facts.
At all times. And then once you get one, you could do the other.
Yeah, facts. All right, before we get out of here, tell the people how they can get in tune with y'all, stay in tune with y'all, find everything y'all got going on.
Trey Billz, that's Trey, Billz with a Z. Big Trey Billz on Instagram. You can find everything you need to find from there.
Mine is Boss Dro CEO on everything, on Twitter and Instagram. And then my Facebook is just Boss Dro.
All right, Jimmy, talk.
And I also got stuff on streaming platforms too. Y'all could go and get everything on Apple. I got videos on YouTube. Just type in Boss Dro and you'll find everything.
All right, Jimmy, talk to the people.
Yes, sir. Hey, shout out to our guests Trey Billz and Dro for coming through the building, man. It's been good hearing about y'all's story.
Appreciate it.
And no problem, bro. And man, y'all wanted this since y'all was young, and man, y'all still in the fold. You know what I'm saying? And it's still so much that y'all got set to accomplish. And even hold on, I don't even think we asked this, but y'all got any features, anything or something on something together?
That's funny. That's funny because no, we don't. But I do got some songs to.
Beats.
Yeah,
okay,
feel me? But no, we finna work on that though. He already know we finna work on that because we both got studios.
Go back to what I establishing this sound with my artists.
Yeah, for sure.
Exhibit A.
For sure. So yeah, we definitely gonna be on the lookout for that, man. And when y'all drop some shoes, send it through, man.
It's gonna be super hard.
I really appreciate y'all having me.
Oh, for sure, no problem, man. And yeah, like I was saying, bro, y'all still got so much time to go on with y'all journey, and I'm just looking forward to everything y'all got going on for the remainder of the year. And just to see how y'all develop, like you say, develop y'all sounds, develop y'all connections, and shoot, like y'all was putting the emphasis on, just keep grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I'm sure that's gonna pan out well for both of y'all. So make sure y'all get in tune with Trey Billz and Dro. Follow them on streaming platforms, social media platforms, all that. Connect. Need some beats, whatever you need, get in tune with them. And follow Ill Sound Radio, ILLSOUND Radio. Submit your music to iLLANOiZE Radio. Go ahead and download that iLLANOiZE app. Turn them push notifications on for more good news in the future. Follow me, Groove Nuke, GROOVNUKE, and Jay, what you got to say to him?
Man, salute to both of you fellas. Trey, I don't know when the shit started. You feel me? I want to say 2013, 2012, some shit like that.
Can I cut the people off and give a big shout out to you? A big shout out to Jay. For Jay been supporting me for 10 plus years at this point, bro. Like,
I'm old.
Me too. But nah, for real, big shout out to you, Jay. You definitely was one of the first people like that gave me the confidence to keep it going. Like, for real, bro.
Man, I appreciate
Real
just
flowers.
hearing that. You feel me? Because, like I say, man, I don't know what time that shit started, but it was a hell of a time. You know what I'm saying?
real.
And it's crazy because I was talking to my little cousin the other day, and I was trying to tell her, bro. I'm like, we was fucking outside, bro. When we was living, we was living a life, bro.
Outside, bro.
When we built the Only for the Real shit, bro, and we started supporting, first off, man, shout out to bro, you know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, shout out to bro, because he started that shit. And that shit was a beautiful moment in history, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of people that even understand that moment in time, you feel me? When Chief Keef and Dirk and all them was on their rise, bro, it was a beautiful moment to be an artist or anybody connected with anything going on in Chicago. And you was one of those artists that I connected with, bro. And you used to always submit your shit, bro.
Every time.
Always submit your shit. And it always went up, you know. And I be like, now I don't blog as much, you know what I'm saying, because I lost the love for that shit. You know, back then that shit was fun, you know what I'm saying? Well, artists retweet your shit. Now you post the artist, boy, they don't even get no fuck about it, you know.
They feel like you doing them a favor.
You know, like, bro,
they doing you a favor.
like, man, I took my time to do this shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I wrote some shit about your shit, you know what I'm saying? So, once again, salute to you and the journey that you've been through, because I know you done had moments where you stopped, you feel me, where you disappeared, but, you know, for you to come back and still be grinding, that says a lot about who you are as a person, you know what I'm saying? And then for y'all to be homies, like, you know, like niggas don't be homies nowadays, you know. Niggas fall out over a whole bunch of shit, you know what I'm saying? So just to stay locked in with your mans, I think that's more important than anything.
This
you know?
this my brother.
And that's real,
so,
bro.
Like, I look at it like that, like
For sure.
it's like blood. Well, it is blood to me.
At
Like,
this point.
yeah, at this point. But yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Big Billz too. I always wanted to do that one.
Oh, God, man. So
Appreciate that.
for y'all to grow together, you know what I'm saying, and understand each individual journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know some shit that other people don't know. Y'all done been through some shit that other people don't know. So as long as y'all stay tight, y'all keep growing, bro. Y'all get $100 million, it's gonna feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Heard.
So, man, salute to y'all. CL Sound Radio, man. Till next week, man.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
We out this bitch.